All right, so the NFL playoffs are off to a wild start, and wild is the word because it was wild card weekend. This is the fantasy sports boss. Unbelievable last night. The Jacksonville Jaguars, I've been saying it all season. Trevor Lawrence is coming. He's arriving. The franchise quarterback, the best quarterback prospect since Andrew Luck, in my opinion. Was unbelievable in the second half of that game. 27-point comeback. The Jags were down 27-0, heading toward halftime when they scored a late touchdown there to make it 27-7 at the half, and then they complete the comeback in the second half. Just a remarkable showing by Lawrence. Of course, things started off horribly, 4 interceptions, but here's the thing: he never gave up. That's the thing about Trevor Lawrence, and I say this also about Joe Burrow. They fight to the last snap, the last play. Kept his head in the game. 4 touchdown passes in the second half, spread the ball around everywhere, and the Jaguars move on. And I think this is just great for the NFL because it gives Lawrence the platform he deserves as the next great quarterback in this league, and he is going to be every bit that and maybe more. On top of that, on the flip side, Brandon Staley needs to be fired. We see this all the time. Teams just can't finish. They can't finish games. During the regular season, we saw this with the New Orleans Saints against Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This game, plenty of times. I mean, it's just unbelievable how teams sit on leads and then they wound up blowing the game. This was horrible, and it comes, just a year after the Staley and the Chargers blew a playoff game, a potential playoff game. When they lost the regular season finale against the Las Vegas Raiders. It's just a ridiculous performance by Staley as a coach, some of the decisions he made. And listen, if I'm a member of the Chargers, I have no faith in Staley going forward. And I really, truly believe they need to get him out of there. You need to bring in somebody like a Sean Payton, who would, and that would be a perfect job for Sean Payton with a all-pro running back, an all-pro quarterback that he can continue to mold in Justin Herbert. This was just a horrible game. I mean, he was calling pass after pass after pass. Run the football. You have Austin Eckler, one of the best running backs in football. Use Austin Eckler. It was unbelievable. And the turnover margin, 5 turnovers for the Jaguars, and they still won. It's unbelievable. I can't even imagine what that locker room was like after that game yesterday. Just an unbelievable performance by the Jaguars, and it just goes to show you the difference in coaching. Doug Peterson went for the win. He was aggressive with that 2-point conversion. Trevor Lawrence with the sneak there. He played to win, and Brandon Staley played not to lose. So that's the difference between the two of them. And again, it goes to show you too, with the Urban Meyer fiasco last season, when you have somebody like Peterson, who's a steady coach, knows what he's doing, calm under pressure, you're seeing now Trevor Lawrence develop further, from the disastrous 2021 season under Urban Meyer. So just a lot of things. And honestly, if Joey Bosa has to feel like a complete moron lining up offsides when in the I believe it was in the second half, I forget now, lining up offsides. His helmet was offsides, and the Chargers wound up sacking Lawrence. It was going to be a big play, pushing them out of field goal range, and then of course it was nullified, and then the momentum was on, and that's all she wrote on that one. The Chargers missed a field goal. Just a lousy, awful performance by Brandon Staley, who, in my opinion, deserves to be fired. On the other side, the NFC side, San Francisco 49ers completely legitimized what I've been saying all along, that they are the team to beat, in my opinion, in the NFC. Brock Purdy, this is, I thought I would never see this again when Kurt Warner came out of stock and shelves, the Iowa Barnstormers of the Arena League, and literally overnight, took the NFL by storm. MVP, Super Bowl winner. Brock Purdy is doing the same thing right now. Mr. Irrelevant, last pick of his draft class, is playing unbelievable. 4 touchdowns yesterday. He in his first playoff game. Now, he was a little nervous to be at the start of the game. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. He was nervous as well, it looked like. Rushed some throws, but and Seattle, give credit to them, and that is a very well-coached team with Pete Carroll. Whether you like Pete Carroll or not, he is a great coach. He knows what he's doing. And Seattle, they were giving him a game. Second half, the talent disparity took over. Brock Purdy really was much more comfortable, and he played great. So Brock Purdy is a thing, and there is no way in hell you can bench him, even if Jimmy Garoppolo is completely healthy. That 49ers, that second half of that game was downright scary. And the other Bosa, Nick Bosa, took over the game. And that defense is unbelievable. They really are. It is a scary team. The depth is unbelievable. If you don't have Christian McCaffrey at running back, you have Elijah Mitchell who scored. The depth at receiver. Not even beyond Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel with George Kittle at tight end. I mean, they are just firing on all cylinders right now. And Brock Purdy is playing confident. It's very rare where you get these quarterbacks as rookies who come in right away and start playing well. They have that ice in their veins. That was Tom Brady. It still is Tom Brady. Not comparing Brock Purdy to Tom Brady, but he has that element to his game where the moment is not too big for him. And he's able to just perform. Doesn't matter the stakes. Doesn't matter who they're playing. Playoff game, regular season game, it doesn't matter. Brock Purdy is playing comfortably. And, I know he's got a lot of weapons. He's got great coaching. But you still have to make those throws, and he's making them. And honestly, he should have had another touchdown. Brandon Ayuk dropped a laser of a throw into the right corner of the end zone when Purdy was escaping the rush. Purdy took a big hit, too. Wasn't, in a game that was already decided. That probably wasn't smart. But again, this kid's legit. This team is legit. I think they're better than the Eagles. I think they're going to beat the Eagles if they wind up playing them. And that they really are the team to beat in the NFC, in my opinion. All right, 3 games today. 2 games that look to be duds on paper: Ravens, Bengals, and then you have the Bills and Dolphins. Skylar Thompson at quarterback. It's just going to be a bloodbath there. But the Giants-Vikings game, that's the key game today. I think the Giants are going to win. They're playing with extreme confidence, and they're the better coach team. And I think Daniel Jones is another one of those quarterbacks who has the ice in his veins, whereas Kirk Cousins always seems to struggle when the spotlight is on him. We have to watch for that today. All right, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. More videos on the way.